Hello everybody and welcome back to the Entropia Universe here on Whelp Squad TV. Today we're going to be continuing with our Molisk Annihilation, the absolute Molisk Apocalypse that is this location because of how dense they are here. And today we're actually going to be killing them even faster than we were because we now have the Melee Trauma Amp 6. So that's been helping out a lot, gave us an extra 8 damage. So we should be able to get quite a few kills. We're going to see if we can get a decent amount more than 500. Like, I'm thinking right now we can come close to maybe 550. So 550 is what we're shooting for. I'll even write down our starting mob count, which is 3227 Molisk. So we're going to be doing an hour hunt. I have one skill pill left. I don't know if I'll be able to get any more after that, but I know I've gotten my fair use out of that gold starter pack. This is the last one of those boosts from the gold starter pack that I still have. So let's see how this goes. Okay, let's get this on the road here. I haven't globaled on these guys in quite a while, so we might see a global. I hope we do. The last time I hunted these, I finished up that big run that I was doing for the first 3 parts of the Molisk Apocalypse. I wasn't able to do a 4th part earlier while I was doing that first run because I was a little sick the final day of it when I spent the final 1,000 ped or whatever. And I ended up, after 3,100 ped spent, I think I got 2,800 ped back before markup. So it wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't as good as it was initially looking. So there could be a decent global hiding out there for us today. And I have hunted them since then too. I put another 300 ped or so through them, still nothing. So I'm hoping we can get a couple of globals to come out of this. The Gatherers and Scavengers certainly can give us some relatively easy globals. They have a decent amount of HP, so not as hard with them as if it was just a young. I think we got the majority of our globals actually on Scouts, which are the level 12s. Somehow it always seems to be either night out or really close to night when I'm hunting these things. It's always dark. So, I got to test out the Bycac Blix. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that hunt. The Bycac Blix with the Melee Amp 6 on Mophoids. We had a really good Mophite hunt. We actually profited on the Mophoids. We gained about 50 ped or so. Over the course of... Do I have that one still? I thought I have that written down somewhere. It came out to 1,800 peds, I think. Something like that. I want to say it was that much. Or maybe 1,500, something like that. I profited about 50 ped on that run. In just TT values. That was really nice. Whoa, 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 hold up. What you doing there? Oh no! I blew it. We're not going to be able to run very far. Ah, that was stupid. I left these guys in my inventory. No. That's alright, at least we don't have to walk very far for these guys. Yeah, that Guardian's a nice size. Still just one tier click so far, tier 7.1. But it would be exciting to get this thing ready to tier 8. Although I think price-wise, if it's the same, I think it takes a lot of expensive things. Before I tiered this up, I'd probably have to make myself tier my Genesis Firefly, which is going to be like 1100 ped to tier, 1200 ped, something like that. It's going to be ridiculous. But it's going to be an extra 7 DPS, even more than current DPS. Well, 7? Not quite 7. It's like 6.5 DPS, I think, per damage enhancer, something like that. Oh wow, look at that one Molisk down there. Boy, he's really got an aggro problem. He just came from way down that hill. Ah, I'm so upset that I left my pit bulls in my inventory. Not a single exciting loot yet. I think if I take the time, what is it, like 15 seconds to use a teleport chip? I think we're gonna kill more Molisk if I just bite the bullet and just go ahead and do this. It should only be one teleport chip down the hill. Oh, come on, you little shit. If nothing runs at us, we should be fine. We just need to get out of here. There. All right. Da-da, da-da, da-da. That's all the heavy stuff. We're gonna go right back up that hill and see if we can land right in the middle of the mob spawn. Alright, let's do this. Come on. Ah, little off center. That's okay. I think we're going to save. Having done that, though, we should save quite a bit of time. All right, Mr. Fostervix. Let's see how many we can collect. Let's see how many we can piss off. Oh, my goodness. Look how many spawned. Look how many just spawned. Yes. Yes, my pretties. Come on. Follow me. Yes. There we go. The nice thing about Molisk, they really don't damage armor that much. That's one thing I've noticed about these guys. I mean, especially for what I'm doing here. Like, this intensity of Molisk hunting, just having them all surround me all the time. Out of every 100 ped of decay I go through on my knife, it's only roughly like 4.5 ped of armor decay. So it's under 5% out of every 100 ped for armor decay for this intensity of hunting. That ain't bad. Nothing good yet. We're not looking good at all, guys. That's something, but it's not what we're looking for. We need something at least like 15, 16 peds strong before I'll start feeling good about this. Alright, that one teleport chip out there put us behind on our mob kills, but we should start gaining back now. Like I said, I would really love to try and get 550 kills this hour. I don't know if we're going to make it, but we're going to try. I think the next spawn I want to take is this one down here. We'll cut right back through again. Oh yeah, I want to go to that corner, but I think probably stop right here and take this little group first, because there's at least yeah, 7 of them. That's a nice amount to stop for. Soul Dark. No, not using any enhancers. I got hang on a second. This is the setup using right now. Just using a melee trauma 6. Now I can really enhance the hell out of this thing. So with 7 tiers of enhancers on this blade with that melee trauma 6, and the Imp Air Ace Ring that I have, I get 82 DPS out of this knife. A level 22 knife, and that's not Mind Arc DPS, that's actual DPS. Yeah, right now I am using just a loot pill, and then I got a 50% skill pill on right now. Last skill pill I had from my gold pack that I had left over. I bought the gold pack when I was trying to get coolness unlocked. I went from level 38 to 40 laser sniper inside of about 5 days. Using skill pills on Oro on Arcadia. So that was pretty insane. And this spot for hunting mollusk has been really insane too for skill gains. Yeah, this mob spawn here is super dense all the time. So how many mobs have we killed since we logged in? Let's check. Not as many as I'd have liked. How much time have we gone through here? 18 and a half minutes, and we've killed 160 mollusk. We need to get that number up a bit. We did have to teleport out quick though, because I forgot that I had left my pit bulls in my inventory, so I got weighed down really quick. Because my normal time when I was just using the melee trauma amp 4 on these mollusk, I was killing 500 mollusk an hour. I wanted to try and get 550 with the new amp. So to show how good these guys are for skilling, that is since I logged in, not since I logged in, but since I started hunting these guys 19 minutes ago. 11% of a level already. But that's not the level we want to look at anymore. Knife fighter damage, that's the one that I'm gauging. Because knife fighter damage is now to the point where it is a lower level than hit. It started out totally the other way around, because damage is actually a really easy comparative skill as opposed to hit to build up while doing other types of hunting. So doing ranged hunting or whatever. A lot of the damage skills kind of intermix, whereas hit skills are very specific to a weapon. So that's why I had a number of levels higher on damage. I think I was 5 levels higher to start out, but then that evened out really quick. So Soldark, what do you normally do when you're playing Entropia? What's your main profession? Oh, we're going straight up that hill. We're going to jump right in the middle of the mobs. Oop, 7.89. It's not terrible. We're not seeing anything fantastic yet. Laser Sniper level 37. Awesome. You want to hit coolness really fast? Take a vacation to Arcadia or come to this spot. Honest to God, this spot. You could hit coolness really, really fast. That was like my biggest goal for a long time, was trying to unlock coolness so that I could switch to doing melee after that. That was the biggest. I just wanted to have that skill unlocked. So now that I got it, I'm gaining HP like crazy. Oh. If you're Laser Sniper level 37, then you could be using an R Matrix LR25, with one of those R Matrix 28s. Yeah, the 28 amplifier. I can't remember, the L28 amp or something like that. That was about 9 ped right there. That'd be a decent amount of DPS. You can come out here, and with that amount, you could probably kill 450 Molisk an hour. And you will not believe the skill gains. That and Oro Stalkers. Oro Stalkers in Arcadia are crazy for skills. How much have we hunted so far? Not that. I guess not that much. I was hoping we'd get a global just fairly early on, because it has been, I don't know, 1,600 ped just on my knife alone without a global on Molisk so recently. I was having really good loot on them before this. So I mean, it's all averaging out, but still. Oh, we are going to have to definitely refine some shit. Oh, that's what's weighing us down right there. I have that many. Why do I have that many teeth? Oh, you know why? I know I have that many teeth. I already, I sold some animal hide already from the first part of this run. Like, what? 1,300 or so animal hide. There we go, now we're like 200 kilograms lighter. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Hopefully we get some good loot going.
Many whelps! Now handle it!
So far, this spot right here has been the best for being able to get straight kills. That 100% helped in getting our numbers back up. Now everything's dead from there. That was 9 ped, I guess. Well, it said though we need closer to 20 ped, and then over 20 ped is a global. So if we can get something just short of a global and get a couple of them, at least we'll be able to get our ped count up a little bit. Well, that was a decent one right there. If we can string a whole bunch of minis together, we can pull it off. Only time we've had to use the FAP so far. Well, somebody got a global. Looks like I'm just unlucky. I'm just being unlucky right now. There we go. 21 putter. Not bad. That's a little better, huh? Alright, maybe they're warming up a bit. Maybe they're warming up a bit. Maximum health increased to 143. Yes. We're at like 330 kills. We're doing pretty good, guys. We're doing pretty good on our kills. Oh, I'm gonna get right into the mix of this shit. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of mollusk. That one was close to 10 ped. "23 swordsmen hit? Well, that's pretty cool. That means I should be like 1 level from being maxed on the Rex, I think. 1 or 2 levels from being maxed on the Killick Rex. Oh! That was 15.5 ped. We'll take that. It's all oil, too. Not that that oil's worth anything right now. I think right after this pocket of mobs, we got to do our first repair. Get our armor and our amp taken care of. Wrong item. $274.11. Oh, we just had enough money for that. Just had enough money for that. So far, this hunt's not looking good. It's not looking terrible, but guess every little bit like that helps, but oh, we just had a whole bunch of minis there in a row. Yes! That saved it. Yeah! That's better. Not bad on a damn mollusk. Alright, while we're up here, we're also going to do this. Stupid Phosphorvix, get out of here. There's a bunch. See that bunch down the hill? That's the group we're doing next. This group right here. And get right in the middle of this. There we go. Alright, so I obviously have a better feeling about this hunt now. That was a nice little surprise. We're doing pretty good on our time for kills. We're past 450 kills. 450 kills so far this hour. We still got 8 minutes left. I don't know if we're gonna hit the number we want, but we definitely have a chance. The good news is I shouldn't have to repair. I don't have to repair. I don't have to do any conversions or anything. So I think we're all done there. Is that Koter? I didn't think he was still around. I thought he left. It's good to see him still around. I knew him way back in the day. How much this sword cost? This knife's actually fairly inexpensive for what it is. Depending on what tier you want to go with, you can actually pick one of these up really cheap. Let me bring the knife up here for you to see. So this is a Bicac Blix. The tier that I have it at right now, it's probably worth about 1,000 ped for the higher tier one, just because of how, I mean, the last tier I put into this, tier 7 alone, was 300 ped. But a low tier one you can usually pick up for like TT 350 or something like that, TT plus 350, somewhere around there. They're not super expensive. Now it's not a super eco weapon. It's not one of the more eco knives. So with the Melee Trauma 6, I'm getting 59% efficiency. But it does give me a lot of DPS for the level. It is a solid grinder, definitely a solid grinder. And you can put a lot more peds onto it, so you don't have to just keep repairing it nonstop like you do the Arcadian blades. Because a lot of the Arcadian blades are a little bit better as far as efficiency goes, but those you have to repair all the time. So that gets, to me, that gets really annoying. So I'm in the process of skilling up to being able to use a Genesis Firefly, which has been a long-term goal of mine ever since I started playing the game. And this knife's going to get me there 100%. This knife's going to get me there, and it's not going to take that long. I just got to make sure I keep my my ped balance in check with doing enough trading and stuff like that to be able to keep up with my expenditures. But on Molisk and stuff, returns pretty good on Molisk normally. I was a little worried earlier because the hunt wasn't going fantastic, but then I had a couple of globals and things got a little better there. If you have an interest in getting into melee skilling too, I actually have a lot of knives. I got quite a few knives. Knives is the thing I have the most of, actually. I have a melee gear rental shop, and it's going to be expanding to other things eventually. I have a rental set up on Planet Calypso forum. I got all the information on there. It's Blades of Talos Rentals. And I have everything on there available to be rented for daily, weekly, or monthly rentals, different rates. Is using Philosopher's Sword, and yes, it's TT small, but there are portable repair stations. True, but then you got to use the cost of the portable repair station too. So that, I mean, it costs money to use a portable repair station too. So, oh, that one was a 16 petter. That was pretty good. Philosopher's Sword is good though. It is a nice weapon. But that one's like, oh, that one's really low TT value. That one's like half the TT value of some of the arc blades. Do you have just one of them, or do you have a couple of them? Oh, max weight increase there, max carrying capacity. That's good. So my health went up and my carrying capacity went up. Same hunt. That's really nice. Hit 143 HP. What efficiency is good? Like you could say that it's a really good weapon. I mean, it's starting to look like 70% is really good. 70% higher, and then all the Fen Edition stuff, which is like in the 80s, and some of it's in the 90s. But this blade, it's not that uneco. It's not that uneco to use. Especially with this amp on here. If it wasn't for this amp, it would be worse. But the nice thing is a Trauma 6, the Melee Trauma Amp 6 itself is actually eco. If you can put a decent enough Trauma Amp on something, then you can change your economy around. The Trauma Amp is 76%. 76.5 or something like that, 74%. It's over 70% by a decent amount. So that's where you get your eco back on a knife like this. And this just helps me for my style of hunting that I like to do. I like to be able to kill a lot of mobs in a short amount of time. And have them be not that big. I like them to have to be relatively small mobs, so it's not costing me a ton of money per kill. And that's how I've been generating such a high skill gain. I'm picking mobs out basically that have a high level to a low hit point ratio. That's how you skill the fastest. You got to come up with a mob that you like to hunt. Like, I like Molisks, so they have a great HP to skill ratio. And then you have to factor in, like I said, the level and HP, and also how quickly you can kill it. Because then there's also sometimes a smaller mob, even some really small mob like merps. I hunted merps when I first started skilling. Melee. I was hunting merps strictly. I finished my 10,000 merp mission in like a week and a half or something like that. There was one night I remember I killed like 1,500 merps one night, and there was another night I killed like 1,400 merps. I was killing over 1,000 merps several of those days. It was pretty intense. Exactly. That's the big thing with whatever the unlimited item. As long as you're using an unlimited SIB item like this, even though this is more of an old school one, you're still not having to pay any markup ever. That's especially what I love about melee stuff. You just schlep it all into the repair terminal. You got your blade, and in this case I got my amp and everything. Just goes in there and I'm good to go again. Got my armor. That's about it. The only thing I'm paying markup for, and it's just because I'm too lazy to take them off, is my armor defense enhancers, and those basically almost never break. Do you know something about overkilling? People say we can overkill. Oh yeah, I'm overkilling right now. I'm not even paying attention to it. Oh, I think our hour's up. Our hour's up. Let's kill this last mob, and then we're gonna record. I think I came really close to my goal. Come on. Give me a flat surface to work with here. Alright, let's get some totals
now,
then.
Handle it!
Yeah, that's right, because we're further out of the SIB range for that knife now. So 30% of a level in 1 hour for using the Bycac Blix here. We killed 542 mollusk in an hour. That's how many mollusk we just killed in an hour. But yeah, no, I mean, I've got a buddy who strictly does overkill as a method of being able to get a higher loot return. He overamps, too. I know several people that go on hunts where they overamp and overkill. And that's how they're able to force bigger globals like that. And it's crazy what you can do and still be able to come out with a near even run, even though you're using something horribly uneco setup, if not profiting. What amp am I using? Oh, I can show you right here. I'm using the Melee Trauma Amp 6. So we're, 76.7% efficiency. So that's where we're getting our efficiency back on that weapon. The Bycac Blix is almost a perfect match for that Melee Trauma Amp 6. So it does 29 to 58 8 damage. So this adds 28. So that's literally just 1 damage off from it being absolutely perfect. And the cool thing is, let's say you're using a Leoi Shock Dagger. If you're using a Leoi Shock Dagger, you're only getting, I think, 19 points. You're only getting 19 points out of a full 20 points of damage from a Melee Trauma Amp 4. But because of how eco Melee Trauma Amp 4 is, you're actually getting a higher efficiency with using that amp, even though you're over-amping. So not only are you're over-amping, which does feed into your damage, you're actually still getting the higher efficiency than you would by just using a non-amped weapon, just because of how high efficiency the amps are. And I can show you, just for fun here, since we're at the end of the hunt, I want to show you how high in damage this weapon can get. So this is what I do, like, when I'm just having fun. I don't do this often. That's why I don't have huge stacks of enhancers. I'm not going to have huge stacks of enhancers until I can use my Genesis Firefly. And I'll get that out of storage in a second so you guys can at least look at it and see what it is, because there's not that many of them around. Yeah, that's how much this thing does when I fully enhance it. And I'm wearing my Imp Ares ring. So with all those damage enhancers, with the Melee Trauma 6 and my Imp Ares ring, I'm doing 82 DPS. And that's not in-game. What does it say I'm doing? It's just saying the base damage of the weapon. It's not. It's like 35 actual DPS. Mindark's DPS is stupid. But yeah, that's actual DPS. It's doing 82. And I'll show you guys what the Genesis Firefly is. It's one of the energy blades. All these, by the way, all of the weapons I have here are available for rent. I have this in a post up on Planet Calypso forum with all collateral prices and rental rates for all these blades. And the 2 amps that go with them there. So this is my tier 7 Genesis Firefly. So that damage right there, it's not as high as it could be, but it's high enough where if I was to enhance this at all times, it's not going to be that uneco for me to do. Just simply because of how much more damage I'm going to be doing, how much bigger mobs I can kill. I'm going to be able to hunt really big mobs with that setup. I'll be doing with this now, with my Ares, with the Ares ring, with fully enhanced with the Melee Trauma 6, 102 DPS. So I'll be doing a lot of damage once I get that. Once I get that one to where I can use it. I'm not quite there. I got a ways to go. I need to hit level 38. So that's going to be a little bit, but it's my current in-game project. I hit coolness, which is level 40 a while back with Laser Sniper, and then I switched over. When I started grinding Knife Fighter, I was only level 20, and I'm already level 29. And that was only a couple months ago, so it's, As long as I keep having the ped supply to be able to keep cycling through, it's not going to take forever at least. I'll get there. But at any rate, yeah, it is a lot of swords. Yeah, so we have the RSB S1X1, the RSB S1X2, which is higher in level than the Blix, but it doesn't do as much damage. It only has 44 attacks instead of 52. However, having said that, it's cheaper to rent. I have the collateral on it. I think it's only like 250 ped. It's a lot cheaper to rent. Got the Kulakar Glacier Swords, Korum Ice Daggers, Leoi Shock Daggers, Lokabu Electrifier Sword, Dahara Immolation Sword. We have Killik Rex. Killik Rex is a nice little blade. You get that high damage ratio, so it's slow, but since you have that high damage ratio, it can hold a bigger amp, which is big, so that's a nice thing. You can hold a bigger amp with it, and every time you put an enhancer on here, it's actually more economical to enhance than, let's say, the Lokabu Electrifier Sword. Now, why is that? Lokabu Electrifier Sword's faster with lower damage, even though it has a little bit more base DPS. You're going to be losing more money with enhancers on it because they're going to burn out faster. You got to compare your attack speed to your max damage and figure out how much you're going to be burning through enhancers if you continually enhance things. So that's why I like the Killik Rex. That's why I made sure to buy one. I like some of the older school weapons for that reason. And this is why, if you ever see a Genesis Arc Spark, a Genesis Arc Spark is a level 50 knife, and it does only 59 max damage at 70 attacks. It's only 2 DPS higher base than a Firefly before enhancing and amping and stuff like that. It's only 2 DPS higher, and you need 16 levels higher in order to max it. And at 70 attacks per minute, you are burning through enhancers so fast that your ped card is just going to disintegrate. So that's why I love the Firefly, because even though it's a knife, and knives traditionally are a lot faster, knives are faster than swords, this is the best in-between weapon that you could possibly get, because it's got a reasonable attack rate, but it's got that nice high damage chunk, so you're doing a lot of damage per hit. That's why I wanted to find one, and I did. And it was, I paid TT plus 4,800 ped for that one. What do we got? Oh, Octazor, how's it going, bud? Only make... Is there a reason? Only make my character... Also, hello. Octazor, did you download Entropia Universe? Did you download Entropia? I'm sorry, I was on a melee weapon tangent there. Did you actually download this game? My tablet's not keeping up, sorry. Or else I would have saw that sooner. Twitch and my tablet don't get along too well. Let that thing sit and shriek for a while. Just did 5 minutes ago? Okay. I'm gonna warn you. It's a hell of an experience, and it can be a very costly one. Because everything I'm doing in game right now costs actual money. It's the only real cash economy game in existence where you can actually put money in and you can eventually take money back out if you're able to make money somehow by doing trading and stuff like that. It's letting you change now? Okay. Yeah, I haven't done character creation in a very long time. And Martin, you're welcome. I stream this game relatively often. Oh, by the way, see Barter right there? I've known Barter for 9.5 years in this game. We met in our 3rd week of play, and we've been best buds ever since. So I've known Barter forever. And then another guy you might see on stream occasionally, Hijacker Inferno. I've known him for 8.5 years, and we have done over... I don't know, 400 beacon missions together. We've done a stupid amount of beacons. I'm lagging real bad. Can't hear anything. Aw. Did you manage to... What's that? Oh, I don't think I profited this run. I can tell you what I did this run, though, I think. What do we got? I know I've got a calculator on. I'm going to use the calculator on my other computer. Guys, hang on a second. Let me get the calculator running here. I got to get going. Oh, I don't deposit much at all. I don't deposit much at all. I get into trading, I do paramedic work and stuff like that. And yes, his nickname is in fact Big Daddy Octofuck, which is lovingly given to him. 1017 369.48 minus 369.48 647.52 plus 647.52 plus 271.11 that's 918. Let's get our repairs going here. Let's get the rest of our repairs in, and then we'll be able to see our final bill. Let's get the enhancers off that thing. Let's get that off. That's what we want. We wanted that. That's our final amount. And then I'll repair that later. 46.42 pad. 46.42. Okay, so it's looking like... Martin, it's looking like our total PED out is 965.05 PED. That's what it's looking like our PED out is. Okay. Moment of truth. That could have been better, but I guess it's not terrible. Did I get anything else? I think that's it. So we're looking at about 110 ped loss. 110 ped loss. So like an 88% return. I think an 88% return, something like that. Somewhere around that amount. Okay. that's all we got time for right now, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Big Daddy Octafug, dude, there's a lot I'd have to teach you about this game to make it easy to survive. We're gonna have to go through some stuff. Make sure you send me a friend request if you can. Let's see, what's my full avatar name? If you want to write that down, send me a friend's request. I should be on the list. Maybe I won't be. No. I should be on the mentor register. I think I'm on the register. Okay, all right, yeah, I gotta run. Martin, it's good to meet you, man. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that follow button. I play this game. I try to stream it once or twice a week. I play a variety of games. I met Octazor there on a game called Trove. We play a ton of games, ton of different types of games on this channel, so I'm sure you'll see some pretty neat stuff played on here. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Take care, all.